It's November 21st, 2025. Richmond Generals 18U HB going up against the Long Island Kings. We got 2:30 on the clock. If you're watching the replay, you can fast forward. We'll let the boys get warmed up and we'll pick up the pucks here shortly.
Teams over here. There's two teams worth of people over here.
Do we care whether they can see? Do we want to slide down there? Or do we keep 5 steps? I just figured they're going to sit there. They might want to see a little bit. It's bad enough you can't see. If you sit up there, you can't see 10 or 15 feet, like everything that's going on along the wall. Richmond. I hope if we don't shift goalies. Last time we got stuck with the Zamboni door for the whole game. That's a little annoying. All right, there's our whistle. We're going to go ahead and get started. It is November 21st, 2025. You've got the Richmond Generals 18U HP going up against the Long Island Kings. Generals played the Kings up in Philadelphia when we were there back at the beginning of the season before anybody had any practices. Generals lost that game 5-2. Goals were scored by Jack Heil and Bobby Stewart. So it's a long time since then. These teams have played a lot of hockey. So we'll see what kind of matchup we have today. Unlike the North Park we just faced off, where Generals skating 11 seemed like a gigantic team against the North Park skating 8, this is just the opposite. The Long Island Kings looks like they've brought most of Long Island with them. They've got 18 skaters, it looks like. So they've got the deep bench. Maybe they're going to get cold sitting over there. Our guys are going to stay warm, try to keep up the momentum and push and capitalize on what they just came away with, which was a 5-2 win over North Park. Long Island Kings are number 2 in the standings in the EJPL Diamond 2 division. Generals are number 1. Long Island Kings here are number 2. North Park is number 3. So Generals hoping to this is an important one for kind of like who's top dog in our division. I did not look up my hockey ratings. We're going to play 2 halves, 25 minutes each. If you didn't watch the earlier game, we're short 3. We're short Lugo. We are short Jeanette and Nathan Bickmeyer. And this rink is cold. I think it's a whole lot warmer outside. It's probably 35 degrees here. Should have my official thermometer or something like that clipped to my jacket. We're going to have Cam Gaddis between the pipes for the Richmond Generals. I don't recall who was in the goal when we played Long Island Kings last time, but so much matters with how much practice and exposure they've had and stuff. So here we go. We're going to get started. We're going to start with the Peterson line again. Heil to the left, King to the right, and here we go. Remember, this ice is a little bit wonky. You can see that right here. Heil has the puck, has a little bit of time, heads up, gets it over to Moore, who's going to skip it up to Kim, who's going to drop it deep and go after it. Peterson's in front. Kim's doing the wraparound. He had Heil. Oh, that was stolen by the Kings at the last minute. The Kings are learning about this ice. They just go down. It's tough for these kids to get some edges. We had a Sparks machine going. Gaddis is going to play this one and shift it off, told Moore which way he was going. This ice was just tough for the Generals. The puck seemed to go, it's really hard, I think, ice, and therefore the kids are having a hard time getting grip, but there were times when just the puck wouldn't go. Heil's got this one, he's going to take a shot, goes for the upper corner. That one looked good off the end of the stick, and the Kings are going to pick this one up. Both teams are just getting their legs warmed up. Heil trying to steal this one from the Kings guy. Good pressure there. Kim comes down and tries to help him out. Yeah, that's the other thing we've learned on that end of the ice. So Kings try to take that one off the glass, and it comes out at a weird angle, and that's going to be icing. There's like weird edges up there where the puck comes off, and whether you take it off the glass or you take it off the boards, it comes off weird. So that was challenging us, and North Park had a few opportunities in the last game. So maybe now that we're shooting down the other end of the ice, we'll see what happens. This is Bobby Stewart out, Covington to his left, Krug to the right. Covington and Krug both had goals in the last game. Krug going to chip that one, gets it back to Bobby. Bobby to Covington. What's the game? Oh, I thought maybe that was in. They went back and forth. This one's going to come out of the zone, and the Kings are going to chip it past. Strode doing a nice job there with a little stick action, getting this one off to the wall. Kings looking to take this back to the point. Slapped it in off of a shin guard underneath us. Chips it out, nice to Krug. Krug's got one to beat, chips it over to Covington, but the puck's in the air. Oh, and Stewart just puts that one. No, I don't think he was shooting that one. He was looking for a tip-in, and it went through the crease. This one's going to have to be held at mid-ice by Strode as we're trying to clear the zone. Peterson back on the ice, trying to get it over to Stewart. He loses an edge. Agello goes in hard to the wall. Good body up there by Peterson. He's going to take this down and put it over. Moore comes back to the wall. Kim tries to put it into middle ice. Kings drop it deep. Gaddis out of the cage and helps stop the puck. Got to set himself up. Puck is bouncing. Kim's going to be here, and he's going to go center. And he takes that up to Peterson across the red line. He goes across to Ripko. Ripko tries to rip it, and it goes into a shin. Rip goes back on the puck. It comes out. Peterson tries to pull it. Another good shot, but it goes off. That was Kim shooting that that third attempt. Going into a lot of bodies over there. And Peterson fighting up against the wall. Comes back, goes over the blue line. I think that was kicked by the Generals. Gaddis is going to set it up for Agello to take this up back behind the goal. Gaddis gets a stick lift there, tries to send it around hard. Kings trying to send it in, goes back behind the goal, bounces off the wall. Kings in charge. They've got the puck. Oh, wow, good swat there by the right-gloved Gaddis. And now we've got Kim going back the other direction, and he gets bodied off the puck. The Kings goalie's out of the net. Kimmer's fighting the puck. He's trying to set it up, and it goes into the corner. Covington's on the ice. He's got it. He sends it back to the point. Tapscott sends it over to Stewart, who sticks it down to the ice. Stewart working around the defenseman, going to wrap it around the goal. It's got Tapscott as an out option. Tapscott goes back to Stewart. Back to Tapscott. It's got Covington. Now, I don't know what the play is here. They go back and forth. Krug is tied up in front of the net. Krug's on the puck. He changes direction. He's got Covington in front if he can find him. Comes back to Tapscott. He sends it over to Stewart. Comes off the wall. Good pressure here. Long shift for these guys. They go back to Stewart. They're pressuring. They go back. A lot of passing going on right now. The goalie's not covering it, and he takes the whistle. A little bit too much passing there on my, I think there's some good passing there as they're trying to get the goalie off his, not sure who's going to shoot it. He only passed it like 10,000 times. All right, let's see if we can get some shots on goal going. 21-12 left in the first half. Stewart sends that one into the wall, comes back. Kings are going to try to get out. Tapscott loses an edge and goes down. Kings with a 2-on-1 right now. Good back check from Tapscott. Turned around by Krug. I can't believe this line stayed on the ice. Covington holding up, waiting for a pass. Gives it up. Good body play. Covington's tied up on the wall. Kings are able to come away with it. Kings with a shot. Rebound was there. Going to come back to the point. Shot well wide. I'm not sure Gaddis saw that one. Covington has it. He's got Stewart. If he sends it deep, Stewart with a touch up. He's got one to beat. Takes the shot. Rebound was there. Shoveled to the side. Hiles on the ice, and he's going to send that one around to the other corner. Jello on the deep pinch in the corner, chips that one up. Heil still pressuring down low. Kim's got the puck now, gonna wrap it around. He's looking for the pass. He's got Moore on, back to the point. Moore with a shot deflected, bouncing pass. That should be a high stick, no call. And the Kings went up high to bring that one down, and that pass goes behind them, no icing. Jello going into the corner hard. Avoids the hit, that one goes all the way around. Kings picking it up at the red line and resetting with their defense. Long pass coming up, gonna come to Heil at neutral ice. He tries to set it up, but puts it right into somebody's midsection. Kings going quickly the other direction. They're gonna send this around hard. Heil trying to touch it up. Kings hold it at the blue line. Deflection, a little dangerous, kind of knuckleball. Kings send that one around, no icing. This is a Kings pass going awry. Repko pressuring. Kim is trying to go get this one on the wall, sends it back to Repko. Repko's got Krug coming in. It's going to come out of the zone. Tapscott's on the puck. Off the skate. Mid-ice. Krug back-checking. Repko misses it. Kings on the attack. Comes out. They're going to get a shot. Ooh, wow. And Gaddis goes double-jointed to get that puck sliding past him and is able to get the save. 19-13 left in the first half. Stewart sends this one down, held in by the Kings. Tipped back on the blue line. Kings send it across. Stewart going up ice. Hits up Covington at the red line. Covington thinks about dropping it for Stewart. Goes backhanded and goes wide of the net. Kings trying to clear it. They got it down in the corner. Stewart pressuring. Kings on their knees, puts it back to Strode at the point. He sends it in hard. Goes around, goes to Tapscott. We get the weird bounce. We got some sort of penalty coming up. We're not sure who it's on. And they're going to send the Kings into the box. Roughing on the Kings. Number 80 goes into the box. So 18:43 left in the first half. Generals on a power play. Our score is 0-0. Peterson on the faceoff, Heil to the left, Repko to the right. Puck goes into the corner, Heil goes in to try to hold it. Comes back to Tapscott at the blue line. Tapscott walking it in, sends it over to Strode. Strode's got ice and space. He sends it back to Tapscott, catches him off guard a little bit. That goes off of a skate and over to the wall. Heil comes back to the blue line. He sends that one and gets a deflection from Peterson. Generals glove it down, holds it at the blue line, and it's out of the zone. They're going to say they were offsides. Generals will get a new lineup on the ice. 1:34 left in the power play.
Good, Jed.
This line's our points leaders almost across the board. Stewart going off the ice. So Stewart heads off the ice for some reason. Covington chatting with the ref, and we're going to get Kim to come take the face-off and play center. Kim wins the face-off, sends it back to Krug. Over to mid-ice. Kim comes back for the puck. He's going to dump it deep and chase. Sends it around hard, and that's out of play. Referee say we're going to get a face-off to the right of the Kings goalie. .120 left in the power play. And the Kings win that face-off. They send that long distance all the way down to Gaddis, who leaves it in the corner for Moore. He's got some time. He's going to send it to Krug. Through a lot of traffic, goes off of a skate and goes back to Gaddis. Jello's going to turn this around and come up the ice. Sends it over to Covington. Covington across the red line. Tries to beat one. Leaves it for Krug. Krug having trouble here. Agello gloves that down. They're going to say hand pass. 52 seconds left in the power play. Generals with a long weekend. They've got an early morning game tomorrow. We're back on the ice at 8:15 back here at the Ice Palace. Bobby Stewart comes back on the ice. Trying to lock the door. 17:35 left in the first half. We're still 0-0. Ref's now trying to close the door. Oh, Stewart gets a second pump on that one, but sends it backwards and goes the whole distance. Gaddis setting it up, comes to Krug. Krug receives that pass, walks across the red line. Gonna get a shot! Oh, just missed it. It comes back hard. I don't think it was icing because I think it was a pass from the Generals, and Agello has to head down hard. They go tough into the boards. The Kings player has his head on the ice. That's never a good place to put your head. Covington comes out, skates it out. Facing 4 Kings waiting for him in the defensive zone. Covington's got some time. He wraps that around. Looking. Ooh, I thought he took that over the blue line. Sends it up to Strode. He goes to the backhand. It's loose in front. Took a lot of time off the clock. We're down to 2 seconds on the power play. The official words from the Kings parents is that puck did not come out of the zone. They're warning the defense that the guy's coming out. Here he comes. Strode takes 2 steps. Held to the blue line by Tapscott. Looking for a deflection from Heil. Almost a good chip. They send it around hard. Kings now coming back. We're 5-on-5. Kings coming all the way down. They're saying offsides, calling off the Kings. They hold up, and we send that across to Strode. He's going up the side. He sends it to Heil hard. That one's up in the air, going to go all the way behind the goal. Kings send it around the boards to the breakout point. That was a classic breakout. They've got a guy on the left side, Stroder, trying to put some bodies on it. A shot that's going to be deflected up into the netting. They had a face-off to the right of the Generals goalie. Everybody's got the hand warmers going, trying to just keep circulation running in our fingers and toes. Kings win that face-off, bring it back. Comes back. Strode sends us across the ice. Comes down. Kim chasing it. That one's under Heil's foot, and it's going to come back to Tapscott. He's fighting it hard. Sends that one up to Heil. Heil trying to get it off the wall. Across the red line, he back chips that one. Goalie sticks it back behind the goal. Kings send that deep. Comes off the wall. Comes up to Tapscott. He's going to chip this one back deep. Make the Kings go back and get it. We're just playing pass right now, back and forth. That comes back to Heil. He's going to take it across the blue line. He's going to try to get a wrister through some traffic and use the defenseman as a shield. Heil gets 2 whacks at that. Comes back to the Kings, held in by Moore. Looking for a tip from Peterson, and that goes into the corner. Peterson back on the puck. Kings on it. Agello stepping up. It goes back to Peterson, back to Kim. Kim sends it across, looking for somebody to tip it in. It's going to be held in. Peterson trying to work that one, and the Kings are going to skate it out of the zone. Comes back to Moore. Nobody touches it, and they're going to let it slide to Gaddis, who covers, looking for a whistle, and finally gets it from the refs. 15:01 left in the first half. Still the score is 0-0. Stewart taking the face-off. Kings win that. Pull it back to the point. They drop it down to the corner guy. Sends it across off of Krug's skate. Gaddis coming out to the edge of the crease. Kings are going to send it back around behind the goal. Chips it around the boards. Krug there to get it. Held to the blue line. Oh, that goes in. Gaddis saw it at the last minute and took that off the blocker. Kings intercept that clearing pass. Comes back to the point, another big shot, and that goes all the way into Gaddis, and he squeezes that one for the whistle. 14:27 left in the first half. We're still 0-0. Kings now on the attack, getting some good shots off on Gaddis, trying to keep him warm. Stewart lining up for the faceoff. He sends that back into the corner. Tapscott looking at it. Kings come away with it, fighting hard. Got two guys in front. They send it back into the corner. Intercepted by Covington. He's going to try to chip it out, hoping one of our guys gets it. Covington circling. Kings on it, sends it in short side, and Gaddis has to flop on it to get the whistle. 14 minutes left in the first half. Still the Stewart line out there. Kings win another face-off. Goes back. General's trying to get it out of the zone. Kings chip it into the corner. Long time pressure in the defensive zone. That one's going to go all the way through and out. Krug's got some speed on him. Gets a stick lift at the end, and the Kings come away with it. They're going to come back across the ice. Not long enough. I don't think we got anybody off that one. And we're going to get a whistle as Gaddis has it in the gloves. This will get a chance for these guys to get off. Strode and Tapscott are going to stay on the ice as the 2D, and we're going to roll in Peterson, Repko, and Kim. Won by Peterson, and the defense can flip this one out to neutral ice. Repko coming up through the zone, and we send it up to the Kings goalie who decides to cover it. He wants a face-off. 13:30 now remaining in the first half. Kim takes that one into the corner. Kimmer on the puck, looking for a pass. Nobody's going down the slot. Kimmer's going to get stuck down in the Zamboni doors. King's trying to get out. Kim fighting hard, comes away with it. Kings are going to send it up ice. That's got to be icing. We'll get another face-off. Kings are going to come away with that face-off. General's trying to Peterson holding that one in at the blue line. Comes across mid-ice. Kim's going to come over. He's got it. Chips it up, trying to get it to Peterson. Making its way down. It's back behind the goal now. Kings coming out of the zone. Get past Peterson. Good pass over to the right-hand side, going into the corner at Jello. Players staying away from each other. Ooh, a little trip there as Peterson goes down. General send it out to mid-ice. Kings are just going to reset. Comes out. Kim knocks that one down, and it goes off of a Kings player and into the penalty box, and they're saying the face-off will be at center ice. Stewart lines up for the face-off. Krug to the left, Covington to the right. Puck is stuck on the face-off dot. Krug wraps that one around, gets it to Stewart. Stewart's got Covington. Covington's got a little time, looking for Krug to come in. He's going to take it off the wall. Nice bank pass to Stewart. Stewart's got some time, shooting it in weak side, and Covington was locked up. Good back check there by the Kings. Oh, and they almost get behind the D. That one's going to go all the way just past the goal. They go in gently into the wall. Strode working this one in the corner and is able to chip it back to the other corner. Covington has it. He tries to get it up to Stewart. Stewart leaves it for Tapscott. Tapscott has got some great legs this year. Sends that one back behind the goal, trying to send it back out. Oh, picked off by the Kings. They're going to go back the other way with some numbers. General's going to have to hustle back. Tapscott making the full ride as Covington getting to the puck, chips it off the wall, gets past the referee. Kings guy is going to just chip it out of the ice. Ooh, I think Kings had a forward again behind the D. Good lock up there by Agello as we got guys going off the ice. Hope it doesn't hit anybody. Kimmer's on the puck. He's got Heil to his left. He's going to chip and chase and let Repko go after it. Repko down in the corner, sends it out into the middle. These blind passes aren't working so well for the Generals. Repko getting back. Heil checking. Repko now on it. Little wrister deflection there by the Kings. It was nice, but Gaddis gets the save. This one comes out to the blue line, held in by the Kings. They send it in, and Gaddis gets the cover. I thought Moore took a stick to the head there. .56 left in the first half. Still 0-0. Repko taking this face off. Heil to the right. Repko trying to push the puck forward. Kings, the glove on the ice. Kings trying to settle it. Moore going over to the wall. Gets it up to Kimmer. Kim gets it over to Repko. He doesn't know where the puck is. They send it back, and the D is resetting. Goes back over. Kimmer's going to just chip this one in. Kings trying to come the other direction, picked up by Repko. He's going to reset with the D. General sending it across the ice, trying to feed it to Kim on the upper left-hand side, and they can't find him. Kings quickly coming back down, drop pass, leaves it, they hold it at the blue line, takes a shot. That one, oh, I don't know, I think something caught Repko in the throat. Looked like he was headed to the bench, but he quickly shakes that off. He's attacking now, the Piranha's coming. Can't get the step. He's going to go to the bench, get a shift. Puck goes back down to the left. No icing. 10 minutes now remaining in the first half as Kimmer puts a guy into the boards. This is going to come out. Covington's got a little bit of time. Looking for the reinforcements, trying to find somebody in front, and we got a whistle. I think Kimmer? I don't know. No, one of them. I was going to say they touched it up. So roughing call, number 5, White. So there's a second penalty here on the Kings. General's getting a second chance at a power play. We're a couple ticks under 10 minutes. Stewart coming up to take the face-off. Wins it, drops it back to Tapscott. Tapscott walks the blue line and puts it into a shin guard. Has to pull it all the way back. Out reach for Strode. Kings are on the puck. General's trying to steal it. They get a turnover. Misplay there by the Kings. Comes to Stewart. He's looking for somebody sneaking in the back door. He had Stroder back there. Covington's going to put it back to Stewart. Krug is getting hammered in front of the net. Tapscott careful with the puck. Past Strode. He's on the feet. He's got to kick it in the corner. King's trying to get it. Gloved down. A Kings player lost his stick. They're working it up against the ball. That's a cross check. I think they wanted a call there as the guy came walking in. Oh, little shot off the blocker there. General still holding it in. We're going to get Covington trying to pass it over to Stewart. Stewart with a shot, trying to feed it to the back door. Oh, and Tapscott knocks it in. Krug was going to the bench while these guys were still working in the zone. And the puck finally makes it to Tapscott on the weak side. So the Generals go up 1-0 with 45 seconds left to get the power play goal. 8:39 remaining in the first half. A lot of yelling over there on the Kings bench, a lot of frustration. Peterson taking the face off, comes back. Heil tries to chip it forward into a shin guard. Kings trying to fight it. Kings working it. Repko up the right side. Repko's trying to get past the sticklers, trying to feed it to Heil. He's in the low slot. Heil now goes up in the boards. Peterson's hanging out in front of the goal. Comes to Peterson. Oh, he backhanded it. He needs to do a forehand on that. Sends that back in. He's going to get Heil coming off, and Heil tries to go short side. Pushed over into the wall. Heil coming up. And the Kings are going to send this deep. That should be icing. We'll go back down to our left and get a face-off to the left of the Kings goalie. 8:07 left in the first half. Peterson taking the face-off. Heil to the left. He sends it back to Repko. Repko to Moore. He puts it into somebody hard. Comes in front, bounces just past wide of the goal. Heil chips it out in front. Kings now running the other direction. They're going to chip and chase. Agello working it into the boards. Wow, he gets Takes a big hit from behind. Kings are going to send it in back hard. Jello's going to look. He's got another guy. Woo! I thought that was going to be a collision. They send it up. Back to the point for the Kings. They send it in looking for a deflection. Scooped off the ice. Gaddis puts it in the glove for the whistle. .7:34 left in the first half. Generals lead 1-0. A goal by Caden Tapscott. Stewart takes that face off. Chipped down deep. Sending it back. Covington's going to come away with it. Get the shot! Covington! With the assist, they send it deep on the chip shot. The Generals go up 2-0 with 7:26. Covington, putting on the afterburner, was able to just bounce it into the corner. Let's go, Jens! Jen's lining up for another face-off here. Bobby Stewart takes that face-off. He tends it back to Tapscott. Tapscott with the chip up. Kings trying to wrap it around. General's got to stay on the momentum here and keep piling them up. Schroeder sends that one back in. General's cleared the zone. Kings trying to get it out. Little touch up there. Tapscott thought he was going to get called on a tripping call there. Goes in deep. Schroeder puts his hip into the wall. Covington's got Stewart deep. He's going to try the same thing going the other way. Just the Kings got to stick on it and put it to the wall. Settled down by Krug. He's got a great eye-hand coordination. It goes around by the Zamboni door and back behind the goal. Kings are trying to break out. They've got a guy behind the D. They choose not to make the pass and instead want to hold it back in their defensive zone. They had a guy open getting behind the defense. That one's going to be a miss, and that'll be icing. .6:34 remaining in the first half. We'll get a face-off to the left of the Kings goalie. Generals leading 2-0 with goals by Tapscott and Covington. Peterson taking the face-off. Heil to the left. Kim to the right. Stuck at the face-off circle. Goes into the corner. Kim going down. He's got Heil in front. Kimmer's got a little bit of time, and he sends it back to Moore at the point. Nice wrister, and he puts it into the back of a player. Jello fighting somebody at the blue line. Not sure what's going on there. Peterson puts a guy not so much into the wall, but looked like they were getting ready to. Heil misses on that one. Puck comes down. Pear picks it off from behind. He's going to skate this one back to the defense, and they send it over to Agello. Agello trying to find Heil up the left side. Heil fighting at the red line. Watch your eyeballs, folks. That one came up to the second deck. Moore sends us off the wall looking for a Heil. He's going to find it. Oh, he overskates it. Leaves it for Agello. Agello's got some speed, gets a stick lift, goes backhand shuffle, and it's squeezed between the pads by the Kings goalie. We're down to 5:47 left in the first half. Generals lead 2-0. Generals with 2 power play opportunities, scoring on the second one. Scoring on the first one. I'm sorry, scoring on the second power play, but that was the first goal. Heil with a quick... good shot by Heil there. It's so loose. Heil's trying to get to it. Pushed into the corner. Heil working hard, trying to get the second attempt. That one comes out. Oh, he thought Peterson had that one short side, and it just pushed us wide. That one off the blocker as Kimmer goes diving after it. Tapscott's going to say, keep playing, boys, and he puts it back behind the goal. It takes a weird bounce, and the goalie gets a glove on it for a cover. Generals are pounding. They like this action. Heil's going to the bench. This line's going to come off, and we're going to put the Stewart line back on.
Go, Jens.
5:26 left in the first half. Kings trying to clear this one. They do the chip, and that's out of play. Oh, souvenir. Woohoo, lucky fan. Look at that arm. Put him in the major leagues.
I mean, if he wasn't there.
That's right. Stewart trying to fight it, gets a shot off, almost puts it in. A little knuckler, just missing the corner. Krug in the corner. Trying to find somebody, gets it back to Stewart. Stewart in the corner now. He's looking for somebody. Oh, he tries to get it around the corner to Krug, can't find it. Still stuck down low. Krug working it. goes over to the Zamboni doors. Everybody easy there. The walls give way. Little chip there. Then he's sent down. No icing here. It's a foot race. Strode with a stick lift. Just enough to leave it for Tapscott. He finds Krug at the red line. We got a 3-on-2 going the other way. They leave it for Covington. He gets the stick lift and he goes into the corner. He sends it back. Little backhander there by Stewart. Not much effort on it. Oh! And Krug misses that somehow. Beautiful pass. Comes to Krug. They got a guy getting behind the D, and the Kings choose not to pass it. And they chip and chase and send it down anyways. I thought Krug had that one in the corner. Nice pass, just trying to lift it. Kings trying to attack now, and they've got it down low. Agello working in the corner. Sends it over to Covington. Covington fighting off a couple guys. Going to be brought in by Stewart. He thought somebody was going down the left side. Leaves it for Moore. Moore goes back to Stewart looking for a chip, and it goes through the crease into the far side. Kimmer's coming on. Oh, no! Oh, wow. So we get a little one-timer there by Stewart, and it hits the post and comes back out and hits the back of the goalie. That was close. Almost in. And the goalie keeps it out, and luckily he didn't just kick it in, but we were hoping. All right, 3:58 left in the first half. Generals winning 2-0. We kind of think it should be like 4-0, but they are hopping, and they need this momentum after a long game earlier against North Park. A lot of hockey left, so we got to keep our legs about us. And in this case, the Long Island Kings have a big bench, not like long shot from distance, and that's gloved in by the Kings. The Kings have like 18 skaters. They're probably getting on the ice every 5 minutes, every 7 minutes. So it's easy for your hands to get cold in here. 3:45 left in the first half. Repko taking the face-off. Leaves it at the face-off dot. Kings trying to send it back to the point. Moore with a wrister that goes up high. Put down in the corner. Kings send it around the boards hard. Comes off at the weird angle. We got to almost play that angle every time. We almost have to play that angle. I just expect it to bounce off. That one gets past Moore. He's going to send it off the ice. Kings trying to chip it past the red line. Kimmer's going to tie that up at somebody's feet. Comes all the way through, and it's going to make its way to Gaddis. He'll take the whistle and the face-off. 3:15 left in the first half. There you go. There you go. Get it while you can. That's our friendly referees. All right, chipped up to mid-ice. Coming up the side. Just past Peterson. Drop back to the Kings. 3 minutes to go. Now that one's off of Repko, and I thought we were going to get that one going the other way. Kings at the red line. They're going to send it long distance. I don't know where Gaddis was going, and it goes off his glove into the netting. Oof. He had to jump for that. Like, what was he thinking? Face-off will be to the right of Gaddis. 2:53 on the clock. Generals on the board, 2-0. Stewart taking the face-off. Stewart gets past, trying to fight it off his feet. Covington sends it to mid-ice. Krug trying to chip it past. Good stick play there by the Kings, and they're going to send it in back behind the Generals' goal. Strode on that one, sends it around. Covington at the breakout point. It jumps over his stick. Oh, no. Kings have it. Shoot! Oh! They hit the water bottle. Oh, just unable to get our stick on it. And the Kings with a nice shot that goes top shelf. And they're on the board 2-1. That's what happens. You can't clear the puck and you give them a shot. You beat the goalie. Kings are trying to get riled up now. 2:29 left in the first half. Stewart up to take the... Kings win that cleanly and drop it back to the defense. Up against the boards. Agello trying to chip it up. Krug with a nice play. Comes off. He's got to play it. Oh, he puts it through lots of traffic. Just out of reach for Covington. Kings trying to clear it. And they're just going to get a chipping shot to Agello at mid-ice. He's trying to feed it up, and the Kings are offsides. Two of 5 left in the first half. Peterson out to take the face-off. Heil to the left. Repko to the right. Kings parents didn't think that was an offside, but we'll take it. That one gets to, he's got Heil to the left. That's Repko on the puck. He's going to go around the D himself. Gets to the fourth shot. Heil with the cleanup, and it's in! Heil on the board, fighting off the defender, able to get a stick on it to roll it in, and the Generals go up 3-1 with 1:53, answering back in about 15 seconds. Of course, the Kings parents are all upset about that, about the questionable offside call, and the Generals turned that around with a face-off win to a goal by Heil, taking it to 3-1, 1:53 now remaining. Peterson wins that, sends it over to the wall. Jello feeds that to Heil. Heil's got the puck. He chips it in. Repko was tied up, can't get a stick on it. He's in the corner now with the puck. Peterson trying to get it to Heil. Heil with a shot! Oh! All right, so they're saying Heil got the shot off. Looked good, but they're saying the goal came off the mount, so we get a whistle. We're going to face off to the left of the Kings goalie with 1:40 left in the first half. We'll get about a 10-minute ice cut. We'll let the video run. We'll put it on mute so we don't get any hot mic moments. And then we'll be back after we warm up outside a little bit and come back for the second half of this contest. Stewart taking this face off, sends it over to the Krug in the corner, against the wall. Comes back to Covington. Covington with a shot off the top of the post. Got a little metal here. A Jello back to Krug. Krug looking. He's got time. Setting it up. Goes back to Stewart. He goes glove low side. Puts it in. General's going to chip it in, be offsides. We're going to have to clear the zone. 1:18 now in the first half. General's leading 3-1. Stuck against the wall. Comes back out, held in at the blue line off of a Kings player. They're going to skate it through neutral zone. A little slap there by Stewart. I never know when that's a slash and not. Oh, that came off Gaddis pretty hard, and Moore almost kicked it into the goal, but just wide. We're under a minute to play now. Comes back to the Kings at the red line. Covington going to clobber the ref there. Puts a body into it. It comes out. Jello's on the puck, and he sends it over to Moore, who gives it up at mid-ice. Krug with a good stick play there, chips it up. That line's headed to the bench. Shot from the distance, and Gaddis pushes it into the corner. Jello tied up down there. Stewart coming in to help, gets around once, feeds it to Covington. We got a 3-on-2 going the other way. 18 seconds. Covington's got to feed somebody. Sends it to Stewart under the legs. They're going to go back to the Kings. We got 13 seconds. They got a chance here. Goes off of a skate. Generals are going to have to get back. Stroder's going to cover in the corner. Comes out in front just past the goal. Gaddis off his... Oh, and that's Taps got on the ice. And he took a shot on D. And that's the whistle. Great turnaround there by the Kings to really pressure the Generals in the final seconds there. But we come off the ice with a 3-1 lead. And the teams are going to go to the locker room here. Get warmed up. We're going to go get warmed up, and we are going to be back in about 10 minutes and pick up the second half. All right, boys are back on the ice, getting ready for the second half of this competition against the Long Island Kings. Generals leading 3-1. Goals by Heil, Covington, and Tapscott. Generals taking a 5-2 win earlier today against North Park. This is the second of 5 games this weekend, 2 tomorrow. I think it's like 8:15 and like 8:15 or 8:30 and 6 tomorrow. You can check the times on our Facebook site. Boys are buzzing. They are fired up. Really warm. Coach has been happy with how they've been playing. Really popping down there. Great retaliation on a goal by the Kings was answered within 15 seconds by the Generals to keep a 2-goal lead. So just as the Kings were trying to build some momentum, Generals staying on top. A lot of shooting going on. Refs calling everybody out on the ice. 25 minutes on the clock, and we're going to finish up this second half. Start off like we did last period, where Peterson coming out to take the face-off, Heil to the left, Kimmer to the right, Agello and Moore on defense. Cam Gaddis is our man between the pipes, in goal, and here we go. Generals getting fired up. Peterson sends that one forward. The Kings having to kind of send this one deep, finds a guy at the breakout. Ice is slippery, it's real fast when they just cut it. It's very cold in here. Kings gonna bring this across. Oh, wow! Agello takes one in the neck. He looks to be good. They're gonna say they're offsides. Agello just shaking that off. I don't know if he caught that. So you gotta make sure those earpieces are in. That'd hurt. Peterson back to take the face off. Sends it back. Heil chasing. King sent it D to D. Heil still pressuring. King sending it long distance. Touch at the red line. Oh, wow. Wow. They call that icing. He was clearly over the red line. Wow. That was a bad call. I'll be the first to say that. The bench, the Kings bench is righteously upset on that. He was a great touch-up. Comes to Heil. Heil takes a shot. They'd be livid if Heil put that one in. Would be thrilled, but the icing call was questionable to begin with. Heil getting bumped around in the corner. Peterson chasing. Comes out. Kings trying to... Kimmer sends that one back around. Kings were trying to clear it. Kings still working it, sending in. Peterson hopping in. Heil trying to harass. Kings trying to get back. Picked off by Kimmer. He's going to send it back. Ooh, good stick play there as the Kings pull that one out of the air. They're going to send this one deep. It runs all the way around the boards. Kings are going to meet it. Agello trying to get a stick on it. Good little chip there. Kimmer's going to try to hustle this one. Little love tap comes back to Heil. Heil through neutral ice. He's going to chip and chase as the Generals go for a line change. Heil's not going to go after it. He's going to go to the bench as well to get everybody on. Covington on the ice with the Stewart line. Forces the Kings back behind their own goal. Krug's going to have none of that and forces them to put it into the corner. Got to be careful. We got 3 forwards up pretty tight. We're trying to cut off the pass. Come down out of the zone. Krug's going to turn it around. He's got everybody clear. King's player goes down. Comes out. Tapscott with a big hit. Chipping. Oh, almost knocked in by Stewart and then by Covington. And the Kings are going to send this one deep. Oh, they wave off the icing. Tapscott's got some time. He sends it over to Schroeder. He goes around 1, around 2. He's holding it. Oh, he's getting kicked. Gives it up in the defensive zone. Kings back on the puck. They get a guy in the middle. Leaves it. Put into the boards. This one touched up. Covington's got the puck. He's got Stewart to his left. We're on sides. Oh, wow, it was a beauty shot. He positioned himself and took a shot for the corner. The goalie flashes the leather and gets the save. Oh, no. This is going to roll all the way up. Gaddis sends that around. This comes up. Kings with it in neutral zone. 22:30 left in the second half. Generals leading 3-1. Sends in. Off the pads. Comes off at a weird angle. Kings trying to hold it in the corner. Comes back. Stewart trying to chip it off the wall. Good foot play there by the Kings. Keep it in play. Comes up to Krug at the red line. Krug chips and chases. It's going to roll its way all the way out. It's still loose. And Kimmer got pushed off the puck a bit. And we got a whistle with 22:06 left in the second half. Generals leading 3-1. Repko comes to take this face off. Heil to the left, Kimmer to the right. Agello and Moore, your two defensemen. Comes back off. Kimmer's going to try to chip it back to Moore. Didn't like that play. There were too many Kings around. Kings are going to chip and chase this once, come all the way down. Trying to center it. Goes all the way across the ice. Ooh, bad. Not good communications there. And that one rolls all the way through. Perron's trying to go after it. Repko pushing it. Comes back to Kimmer. He's got some speed. He's got Heil on the weak side if he can get it to him. He goes all the way back behind. Puts it back to the point. Moore on the backhand. Takes it off of a King. Kings send it deep, and that should be icing. That's our whistle. Tapscott's going to send this one back down. We're going to face off. Not sure which side of the goalie yet. It's going to be the right of the Kings goalie. When Generals played the Kings last, they lost at 5-2, but it was like the third game of the year. No practices, so this is a different matchup here. That one's going to go all the way around. Schroeder goes to put this one in and just hits a King, and they bring it back the other direction. He had time to. I'd sometimes wonder what they can see on the ice. That one touched up by Repko, and they're going to call icing on the Generals. I thought Repko got a stick on it, but he might have been a step behind the red line. Face-off will be to the right of Gaddis. Stewart to take the face-off. Kings pull it back. They're going to get a wrister wide of the net. Krug is trying to get on this one. Gets around the guy. We've got a... Covington kind of steals it from him. Covington looking for Stewart. One-timer. Oh, wow. What a save. What a save. Woo. Great pass to Stewart, backdoor wide open. That goalie somehow moves to his left and comes away with the puck. That's going to rile up the Kings. We got to stay focused. Let's go, Gens! We are popping, and we got a pressure. That was a big save by that Kings goalie. Stewart back to take the face-off. Trying to get their guys going. Comes back. Schroeder sends it in off the post. Would love for the Gens to just put one in right now. Be a great retaliation. Just to take this momentum. Kings picking it up in the neutral zone, gets past Covington. They've got problems at their feet in front of the Generals bench. Krug is working it. Kings come away with it. They got a bit of 3-on-2. Generals are going to have to get back. Centering pass comes over. Tapscott taking it back around, going to send it around the boards. Kings push it forward. Dump it to the left side. Good stick play there by Stewart. It goes down to the corner. Schroeder on the puck. Trying to chip it up for Covington. Covington, gets picked. Comes back to Tapscott. Still over the line. Covington, and now they've got Covington and Stewart again. Oh, and Covington just loses the puck. Gets out ahead of him. 20 minutes now to play in the second half. Generals leading 3-1. They're going to send that long distance. Kimmer puts that down on the ice. Gloves it to Covington. Covington stays on his feet. It's got Peterson. Peterson misses it. Repko sends it in. And a King goes into the goal and just takes it out. And so we get a whistle. Woo! These guys are getting that backdoor opportunities. Boys are popping. 19:53 remaining in the second half. Peterson out to take the face-off. This time Rep goes to the left and Kimmer to the right. Face-off goes down, comes back to Moore. He's on the pinch. That shot that gets put in. Agello's going to take it up the left side. He sidesteps the hit. Repko trying to get it across the blue line. Peterson giving chase down to the corner. Still stuck as the Kings just put it into him. We've got Kimmer with the puck. Puts it back into the tough corner. Repko with a shot. Stick save. Ooh, got lucky on that one. It's coming out. Probably would have been icing. Moore's gonna, oh, nice little pass. We got a 3-on-2. Kimmer's gonna take a shot. Stuff, he's gonna take a second shot in the net! Kimmer with the goal on the second attempt. Generals go up 4-1. A lot of time still on that clock. 19:16 remaining. Generals up 4-1. But the boys are popping. They're feeling it right now. Getting a lot of good opportunities. Stewart rolling out to take the face-off. Krug to the left. Covington to the right. Stewart wins it, sends it back to Tapscott, who chips this forward. Kings are going to get the puck. Sends it up the wall. Chips it up. Bouncing. Deep's got to talk. Kings intercepting the pass to Krug. Krug having to do some work now to get the puck back. Kings getting past. Stick play by Schroeder, leaves it in the middle, but it comes back to Strode. They got a 4-on-2. Covington to Schroeder. Schroeder back. Oh, back in front. Puts it in the corner. Here come the Kings across the blue line through the D. Little hook there going on. No calls. Generals winning it. Brought back to the point underneath us. Offsides by a mile, so they clear the ice. Long pass. Oh, gets past Covington, no touch. That'll be an icing call, and he knows he needed to get a stick on that. 18-18 left in the second half. Generals leading 4-1. Repko to take the face-off. A lot of stick play, a lot of mess there. Comes free, Heil scoots it. Puck comes back. Comes over to Agello. Agello sends it up. Picked off by the Kings at the red line. Comes back, Agello on the pinch, hustles it up. It's going to be bouncing. Repko's got some ice in front of him. Tries to turn, it's sent wide as the stick was held from behind. Moore sends that in. Low, rebound! Oh, sent off and blocked off a pad, pushed into the wall. Touched up by Heil, put back into the Zamboni corner. Sent across. No icing is what they're saying, and Moore will come back. He's got some time. Gets past the King. Sends it up. Bouncing. It's going to be picked up by Heil at the red line. He's got some speed here. He's going to take a shot, and it's deflected wide of the net. He's going to get the rebound and bouncing off. Comes back to Agello at neutral ice. He puts his back in across the blue line. 17-12 left in the second half. Generals leading 4-1. Comes back to Strode. He doesn't get a good lift on it. Can't clear it. And it turned around by Covington. He's got Repko to his left. It's a 2-on-1. Covington goes wide. He's going to take the shot. Oh, the rebound. Repko was deep and almost down to the goal line. Here come the Kings back the other direction hard. Stewart on the puck. Gets a little chip there. We might have... Ooh, we almost had too many men on the ice. Oh, wow. Stewart bodied off hard. Up quickly. Back behind the goal. Comes off at a weird angle. Generals are offsides. They got a touch up at the blue line. In front of the Kings bench. They got a guy sneaking out down underneath us. Defense gets back. Put his center of the ice. Krug gets past this player. Krug on the puck. He's going to take a shot and puts it center mass, open for the rebound. We're down to 16:09 left in the second half. Generals leading 4-1. Let's see. Goals by Heil, Covington, Pym. Good shot there by Covington right into the center mass. Stewart back, waiting for the face-off. He wins it, sends it back to Covington. Chipped out, just past Tapscott. He's got to hustle back. People on the ice. King still trying to bring it forward. Good back check there by Covington. Gloves that one to the ice. Covington chips it over into the corner. Road giving chase. Long distance shot. Rebound. Oh, wow, that one just kicked wide. Kings are getting to the puck first right now. Generals trying to hustle. Puts back in the corner. Kings have a little bit of time. Little move by Tapscott. Moves that out. Oh, would have wanted Krug to go forward with that puck. Instead, he passes it to the center of the ice. Still at feet, not cleared out of the zone. Kings are going to get another shot. That's wide of the net with Gaddis way out of the box, taking away the angle. Kings still on the puck. Still struggling to get it out of the zone. Too much time here. Centering pass, luckily, behind the player. And we're just going to ice it. Good play there by... Good job. Just clear the puck, get these guys off their legs as they were beat. Nobody could get to the puck. We'll get a face-off to the right of Gaddis. General still working to get it out of the zone. 15:04 left in the second half. Peterson out there to take the face-off. Heil to the left. Kimmer to the left as well. Here's what's up. It was Tapscott who started off the scoring. I forgot him on my list a little earlier. Peterson's on the puck. He's got Heil to the left. He's behind the D. Can't get the puck there. Generals are offsides. Got to wait for everybody to clear. Good job. Peterson sends it in. Goes into the corner. Comes back out to Heil. Heil and Peterson pass it off. It's stuck in the corner. They're going to put it behind them. Put Kim on it. Kim gets taken down. Legs get tangled up. They're in the Zamboni door now as they're working it. Kings come away with it. They're going to skate it out. Moore with a swipe. Goes into the corner. Shot goes... Can't connect on the centering pass. It's underneath us now. Held to the blue line. Put over the top of the net. Back into the corner. Kings trying to get the angle, and Gaddis puts it in the glove for the whistle. Down to 14 minutes to go in the second half. Generals leading 4-1. What time's our game tomorrow? Is it 8:15?
Yeah.
Face off. Back behind the Generals' goal. Comes around to Heil. Heil's in the corner. Looking. Shoots it back around. Trying to find Kimmer at the breakout point. Building a little space there. Sends it across. Trying to find Heil at the red line. Heil almost gets away with that one. Chipped back to the red line. Kimmer's moving it forward under the feet of the referee. Kings are going to send it back. Their direction. They send it down into the corner. Goes around the boards. Heil's going to work it on the near side. Misses the hit. Put back in. Kings on the puck. They're trying to center it. Good stick play there by Tapscott. Kings go back to the far corner. Looking for the centering pass. A lot of Generals in spots. And Tapscott takes a little elbow to the head. Just gets the puck out of the zone. Oh, Kimmer's on a steal. Kimmer's got it. Puts it. Oh, that's in. Kimmer's got two. I think that's the celebration's what's important. Kimmer had it in. The goalie wasn't protesting. Kimmer celebrating. I'm not sure there was a referee in position to see that it was in the net, but Kimmer doubles up and makes this a 5-1 game. Stewart line out here now. Takes the face off. Krug cheaping up. Kings bring it back into their own end of the ice. Kings send it in deep. Woo! Gaddis way out. Tees that one up. Glove down by the Kings. Stewart pressing forward. Comes back to Moore. He thought he had Krug. Krug didn't know the puck was coming to him. The ref kicks it to the center of the ice. Not sure he meant to do that. That was the ref that was saying hi to his mom. Just want to say hi to all moms that are out there, especially my mom that came down to visit us. Mom and Dad making the drive from New York. My sister bringing them, so I thank all three of them for coming to see the first game. A lot of family traveling for these games. Oh, Krug putting the moves on. Has to take it into the corner. Centering pass almost scoots in. Not sure the goalie was looking for that one, but has right leg down on the ice and held against the post. So we'll get a whistle with 12:24 remaining. Love how much all these families put into the travel and getting up here. It's about a 6-hour drive from Richmond to get up to this rink. Long weekend up here, and appreciate all of you dialing in to watch the games. It's great to have a good audience. All right, we got Repko taking the face-off. He sends it over to Peterson on the left wing this time. He's out there with Kimmer. Kings able to pull away this one. Tapscott trying to get backwards. Make sure the Kings don't get behind him. Against the wall, comes off the board at a funny angle. Peterson's on the puck. Through the neutral zone. Kimmer up across the blue line. Looking for the wrister. Kimmer with the hat-trick. Woo! Kimmer finds the corner, and that man is hot. Kimmer takes this to 6-1 with 12:03 left. Strode gonna pick up the puck. Oh, he misses on it. Realizes, like, wake up. Still working hard now. What started as an easy pass turned into a little bit more work. Kings on the puck. Nice little tap back behind. They miss on the puck now. Tapscott trying to clear it. Gets it around the boards. Kimmer with a stick lift. Tapscott just chips it out to center ice. Off the boards. Centering pass. Schroeder's going to lift this one and just chip it back in. We're down to 11:20 left in the second half. We still got a quarter of this hockey game left. But our boys are popping right now with a 5-1 lead. Peterson sidestepping an elbow to the face mask right in front of the Generals bench. Strode picking this one up. Misses on that clear. That goes, it's in front. Oh, wow, it was hot. Tapscott just going to get this one out. Trying to find, he's got Stewart picking on the blue line. He's got Covington. Covington puts a shot in. Save, and that comes back, coming back to the blue line. Chipped in there by Moore. It's rolling. Oh! Covington just keeps it away from the goalie, sends it over to Krug, who puts it in on the weak side. Great patience finding the guy, and Krug gets on the board this game. 7-1. This is the number 2 team in the league, and these guys are just tearing them apart. 10:18 left in the second half. Generals up 7-1. Good pass there. Trying to get it over to Stewart. He sticks it over to the near side. Kings are going to try to reset and get back into this game. Stewart just kind of chasing. Kings come across the blue line. Trying to get some momentum. The Generals just got good D going on right now. Solid goaltending and just great passing. Oh, that was a bad pass. The Kings picking that one up. Up to Stewart again. Stewart over the blue line. He's got Covington to the right. Just past Covington's stick, and the Kings are going to come back this way through the neutral zone. Stewart going to take it into the wall. Fight there. Sends it up the ice. It's rolling on edge. No icing. We'll come back to this end as we roll down to... Well, we got rolling clock because of the 6-goal differential in the second half. So we're rolling now 9:15, so time's going to go away quickly. We feel good with this. We are back on the ice at 8:15 tomorrow morning. Come join us with your cup of coffee and newspaper. Still read those. Stewart takes that off the wall. Oh, that's an interference call. We're not going to get that now, but Kimmer chasing that one down. That was, I thought it was Stewart. Maybe it was Repko. Agello doing a good turn on that puck. Moving up the wall quickly. Good stick lift there by Repko. He's going up. It's a big shot. The goalie protects his face with a blocker and sends it into the wall. King's trying to come the other way. Repko sends it down to Heil. Heil's got one. He does a little backhander, a little floater that the goalie just puts in the glove. So we're rolling down now, 8:25. Moving clock as we get a face-off to the right of the Kings goalie. Generals leading 7-1. Big story of this game is Daniel Kim with a hat trick, putting in 3. Kings trying to clear it out of the zone. That puck rolls up a leg, go across the red line. Kings put it down into the corner. They're going to try a shot off the post, ringing the bell. Tapscott's going to send this up to Kimmer. Repko chasing. Good little move there by the Kings. They're going to come down and try to drop pass with a shot. Woo! That was up high. Gaddis with 2 saves. He fended off one that rose high on him and kind of swatted it down and gets the whistle. We're still rolling as we're under 7:30 to play. We don't mind these long face-offs because every time it takes 20 seconds off the clock and gets these kids closer to bed, and it takes away the chances of the Kings to get back into this. Comes down to Peterson, and Peterson bodied off the puck. Peterson fighting sticks now. Little backhanded play by the Kings, put it into the corner. Big body play there by Stroder. Comes out into the center of the ice. Shot wide of the net. Put under the ref's legs into the corner. Stewart puts a guy into the boards. Comes back out. Stewart's headed up ice. Oh, touch up. Stewart settling it on the stick. He takes a shot wide of the net. Comes back to Stewart. Nice little touch. Oh, Peterson just has the puck roll over the stick. As the Kings are coming back 3-2 the other direction. Drop pass. Peterson's going to be able to get a stick on that and puts it up through neutral ice. Nice little chip shot. We're under 6:30 to play in the second half. Generals leading 7-1. Comes back to Kimmer. Kim's putting it in the corner. Centering the puck. Nobody there. Kings are going to skate this out. Kings trying to find it. Whiffs on the shot. Goes into the corner. Kings on the puck. Plenty of Generals there. Lots of legs. It's at the feet. Moore's just going to chip this up. Finds Kimmer. Lee leaves it for Repko. Repko's got 2 to beat. Goes around the D. Gets it to forehand. Tries to go left to the right. Goalie's left. Goalie had that angle covered. Puck's at the face-off circle. Kimmer fighting them now. Chases it back behind the goal. Kimmer still hustling. No give up here from the Generals. Kings had some guys going to the bench. Moore missing on that one. Kings are going to fight this one in. Generals come back to help get it up to neutral ice. Heil gets tripped. I don't think they're going to call a tripping penalty at this point. Off of a shin guard as Repko tries to clear. Goal, centering in front, bouncing puck. Heil comes back and he sends that one up. Generals just got to keep pushing that up ice. Peterson going to chip this one up into the Zamboni corner as we're now down to 5 minutes to go. Heil going to the bench. Krug on the ice. Krug's going to be on the puck. Tries to chip it up the wall. Kept in by the Kings. They go to neutral ice. Peterson trying to turn this one around. Takes it up the wall. Goes down to Krug. He's down there. He's centering pass with Stewart. Doesn't make it through the traffic. We're down to 4:45 left. Long distance shot. Gaddis puts it in the glove. And we'll burn some more time off the clock. Yeah. This is easy. Peterson taking the face-off. Gets left to the face-off dot. Stroder steps up to it with a little chip shot. Kings trying to put it back to the red line, just out of reach of their players. Generals sweating at it. You can tell these guys are getting tired when they start reaching with their sticks, not moving with their feet. 4 minutes to play now. Generals leading 7-1, coming back out. There's only been 2 penalties in this game. We only had 2 in the last game either. The ones this time were against the Kings. That one comes to Peterson. Peterson trying getting bodied off that. Kings send it around mid-ice, touched up by Strode. He's got plenty of time. We're under 3:45 to play. Stroder sends it over to Ken. Ken sends it long distance. Kings picking that one off from a guy coming across the wall. Sweating at the puck. Tapscott pushing it into the corner. Strode. Kings have it. It's got a guy centering and they can't connect. Under his legs. Comes back up. Kimmer chips it out. Looking for Peterson. Peterson gets it up to Tapscott. Tapscott. Oh, Peterson misses on that. That's got to be... Oh, wow. Peterson somehow missed that and then got leveled on the ice. Got to work that in game time. Peterson has had like 2 of those. Oh, Kings going to break this one. Agello trying to get back. Woo! Glove tied by Gaddis. Agello working this around the board, sends this one across the ice. We're down to 2:50 left to play. Goes across. Kings now come into the zone, back out of the zone. Kings have to reset at neutral ice. These Generals are still skating hard and chasing. 2:30 left in the game. Generals leading 7-1. They squeeze a guy off the puck. Kings go into the corner to pick it up. But Jello throwing his body around. Repko up to Heil. Heil's got a chase. They got one to beat. Generals are going to not go too hard at this. 2:20. Comes back. Repko trying to have it. Heil coming back. Generals is going to reset at the red line. Heil chasing that puck and pushes it, forcing the Kings back into their own end of the ice. Kings send it down to the red line. Moore sending it over. Comes to Gaddis, and he's going to just cover it for the whistle. We're down under 2 minutes with a rolling clock on a 7-1 goal lead. And this will roll off another 20 seconds as we get new legs on the ice. Generals are number 1 in their division. The Kings here are number 2, so this is a great matchup. Kings beat the Generals 5-2 the last time they faced off in Philadelphia. That one goes over to Krug. Krug across the blue line. 1:30 left to play. He takes a shot. Rebound was there. Covington was on his knees and didn't have a good shot. Comes back to center ice. Kings trying to clear it, and they're just going to throw it down the ice. It'll come for icing. We're going to stay where we're at, as this will run the clock down to. We're down to 1:15, so we'll get the face-off with about a minute left to play. Peterson takes that face-off, comes back to Strode. He chips it up down in the corner. Krug on the puck. Krug turning, gives it up to the Kings. Kings chip it forward. Strode's going to have to hustle here. Ooh, Kings go down in the corner. Kimmer just skating it, still pushing. We're down to 38 seconds. He's going to dump it and go to the bench. Peterson going in the corner to take it. Covington making sure he sidesteps the hit as they're up against the wall. 25 seconds left. Kings getting behind a Jello there, try to get a shot off. Misses on the wrister. Papscott holding that one against the wall. Comes out to a King. Kings put it back in the corner. Jello gets hammered up against the wall. Got to walk away from it, guys. Don't get caught up now. Puck's bouncing out in front. Covington's just going to send it. And that's your game, ladies and gentlemen. The Generals coming out in a dominating performance with a 7-1 win against the Long Island Kings. Revenging a 5-2 loss from back in August. But this is a different team with a lot more experience and bunch of practice, but much better conditioning. We are back on the ice at 8:15 tomorrow morning. I confirmed that time with our expert dads and get the goalies in front, handshakes, and we will see you tomorrow morning. We appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we always appreciate your support for Richmond Generals hockey. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much.